So welcome, candidates, and thank you for being here tonight. By result of the coin toss, Attorney Dean, you have 2 minutes for an opening statement.
Well, it's great to be back at the University of Connecticut School of Law, one of my alma maters. Thank you very much. The 2010 race for Attorney General is about ending the job-killing practices of the Attorney General and restoring common sense to the Attorney General's office. It's about allowing law-abiding businesses and individuals to flourish again in Connecticut. My campaign for Attorney General is not about left or right. It is about what's right and wrong. It is right to be fiscally responsible, and it is simply wrong to be fiscally irresponsible. It is right to be ethical in government, and it is simply wrong to use elected office for political or personal purposes. It is right to respect property rights, and it is wrong to take private property for purposes other than public use. And finally, it is right to uphold the United States Constitution. It is the supreme law of the land, and it is simply wrong to ignore it and disrespect it. These are mainstream American values. But they have not had a voice in Connecticut for a very long time, and now, as a result, we find ourselves in the mess we're in. We're in a crisis, and crises demand excellent leadership. There is no room for politics, feel-good, sound-good solutions, and this is why I've stepped forward to run for Attorney General this year. I recognize the seriousness of the situation we're in, and I have the skills needed to get us out. Throughout my 22-year legal career in government, large firms, and in my own firm, I've demonstrated a willingness to take on tough assignments and to do what's right, not what's political or convenient. As a small business owner, I know how to do more with less. In contrast with my opponent, I have no ties with unions or with other special interests. Unlike my opponent, I bear no responsibility for placing us in the mess we're in. As a skilled and experienced lawyer, I bring a fresh perspective to the Attorney General's office, and I pledge to serve the interests of all in Connecticut, to uphold the law while helping to steer Connecticut in the direction of high ground and long-term economic prosperity. Thank you very much.
Attorney Jepsen, you have 2 minutes.
Good evening. Thanks to UConn Law and to the Law Tribune for hosting this forum. Thanks to all of you for coming out. And most of all, thanks to my wonderful wife, Diana. Her love and support have made my candidacy possible. People out there are hurting. The economy is stuck, the budget busted, and families are working harder for less. In times like these, now more than ever, we need an Attorney General who will step up and protect consumers, the environment, the disadvantaged, but we also need an Attorney General who will work to build a business environment that is friendly to economic growth and job creation. We also need an Attorney General who is tough enough to take on the entrenched and special interests when they do something wrong, yet at the same time, an Attorney General who has the ability to bring people together, forge a consensus for our common good. It's a big, complex job, but I have the qualifications, the skills, and the temperament to do it right. Tonight you will hear a lot about law and public policy, and I look forward to answering your questions. But right now, I want to share with you some of my values and what makes me tick. It comes down to this. In a world where power and privilege mean so much, ordinary people and hardworking businesses need someone on their side. So, for the senior citizen scammed by a telemarketer, the homeowner awash in debt, the patient wrongly denied a medical procedure, I'll be there for you. For businesses struggling to compete, I'll work for lower energy costs, to cut red tape, and to level the playing field. For the quality of life here in Connecticut, I will enforce laws against polluters and work to protect open space, Long Island Sound, family farms, and our historic heritage. So here's my bottom line. The Attorney General should be on the front line protecting Connecticut citizens and hardworking businesses. And you can be sure that every day, in every way, I'm going to do just that. Thank you.
Okay. I'd like to ask the audience to hold your applause until the end, because all the clapping time is time out of the candidate's opportunity to answer questions.